I want to create an international toddler boxing competition called Don't Put Baby in a Corner.
Genius. I love that idea. Just get their energy all out too. Yeah.
Just like waddle out there and just start like swinging haymakers and stuff.
They're wearing diapers.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Birdwatching Podcast. This is the podcast where we ask chicks questions that you guys want to know.
Yep, exactly. And I have a very special guest today. Her name is Delanie O'Neil. What's up, Delanie?
Yep. I'm your biggest fan. I watch like every single episode. Every Monday.
She actually is. If I have a rough cut where I'm gonna edit the podcast before I post it, Delanie is the one who watches it.
Yeah.
I come over, we hang out, watch the episode, and then she gives me critiques, says what's good, what's not.
Give him some advice for the next podcast, and I was like, just let me on.
Yeah,
come
like
on,
literally.
let's do it.
Like, are you gonna ask me eventually?
Yeah.
No, actually, she actually was super clutch. She came through for me. I needed a guest for the season finale. I knew it had to be somebody good, so I was like,
oh yeah, it's gonna be
why would it
good.
not be Delanie?
It's gonna be juicy.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
So
Literally
watch
nobody.
out.
All right. So the first thing we do is we try out a Rooster. It's called a Rooster Review. So we're going to crack these open, try them out, and then we're going to give a rating. All ratings
are decimal because no decimal scores are rookie reviews.
That's correct. Yeah, exactly. So any decimals is rookie scores. We got to give a wait, did I just say decimals are rookie scores? I always do that. No decimals are rookie scores. So if you don't give a decimal, you're a rookie.
You're a rookie.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. You're not a bird.
You're not a bird.
Okay, so what are we drinking?
Today we're trying out the classic. It's a Vizzy, but we're going to be doing the hint of black cherry and lime.
I feel like if you see a girl drinking these at a party, she's like a healthy queen, like she conscientious. Yeah, she's gonna talk to you about boring shit. Yeah. unless she drinks enough.
Right. So. Yeah, and then she'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. So I've never tried these.
Have you not? Okay.
Should we cheers?
Yeah, of course. So I've tried these. They're pretty solid, and I've actually had this flavor too.
Oh, nice.
But it's good.
Do we have the same flavor?
Yep. Yeah.
You see, antioxidant with vitamin C. Only healthy start drinking these.
100%. You literally have to. But
then eating at Taco Bell after
absolutely.
the party.
The drunchies.
Yeah, but they're like, at least we drink our Vizzies.
It's 100 calories with a 600 calorie quesadilla.
Yeah. Balance.
That's like one meal.
Right. I've eaten nothing today. That's what they always say.
I've just been chewing on ice cubes.
Right.
All right. So let's try it out. Dink it.
And sink it.
I'm not gonna lie, I just spilled all over myself.
Ooh, okay. Let me give it one more sip.
Yeah. I actually love these. If I'm gonna pick a seltzer, I'm probably gonna go with Vizzies.
Okay, yeah. They're giving White Claws a little bit.
Yeah,
so
like White Claw vibes.
Let me give it like a 6.0.
Okay, so solid.
Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it's a decimal. You're like, no decimals is rookie scores. Yeah. 6.
Like, I'm not going to buy these, but like, if I was offered them, like, sure.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think they're better than White Claws, honestly.
I think so too. If I'm going to go for a seltzer, I'm probably going to go with these. And I'd say this is probably my favorite flavor.
Over Truly's?
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, weird? you don't have a sweet tooth.
Not really. Yeah. I like savory.
Me, I'm like the sweeter the better.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Are you a big candy gal? You like candy and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ice cream, cookies.
Do you go like more so like chocolate or gummy?
Oh, chocolate.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Out of respect. Yeah.
Out of respectfully chocolate.
Respectfully chocolate. All right. I'm gonna give it. Yeah. I'm gonna say like a 7.8.
Okay.
I really like these.
Yeah, you really like these,
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
If I'm gonna, like I said,
who put you onto these? Did like a girl put you onto these?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it was like back in Minnesota, maybe, like over one of the summers between college, like a college year, or like honestly, Britt.
Britt, I see Britt drink these a lot too. She drinks all sorts of shit.
Yeah,
I feel like she always brings like different shit over.
Yeah, and she's so weird too. Like we don't like her at all. We got Britt behind the camera today. We got a lot of fun.
Do you think you can hear me good enough on here?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's coming through really well.
Nice. Yep. Okay, so like what are the girls drinking in Michigan or Minnesota?
In Minnesota.
I get those two confused all the time. You get so mad. Mainly Josh gets so mad.
Well, it's funny because our whole house is Minnesota, so we got 3 Minnesota guys, and then you'll say a comment, you're like, So, like, what are the girls like in Michigan? And everybody, like, comes out of the room. They're like, oh, Minnesota. Oh, I'm from Minnesota. Like, you're
all
wrong.
eyes on me. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, oh, sorry.
My bad.
I would say the girls in Minnesota are probably drinking stuff like this.
Okay.
White Claws. Trulies.
Do you notice a difference in, like, the girls drinking here and the girls drinking in Minnesota?
No, I think it's pretty similar.
Okay.
But I do think that, like, a lot of people who live here are from Minnesota. I think that's probably why they drink the same stuff.
Is it because the weather's so much nicer here or what?
I think we just deal with, like, the cold for a couple months. And like, anybody who's grown up there now are like, I'm okay with, like, the desert. I'd rather get somewhere where it's warm and nice. Like, weather's huge, you know? So,
yeah.
And we're kind of, you know, I don't know.
You get that winter depression.
Seriously.
Out there?
It actually is a thing. Like, seasonal depression. Like, people will get into the spring and, like, actually start, like, clicking again. Like, they'll be kind of, like, on autopilot for months.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to live there, like, long term?
I don't know. I was actually just talking to my parents about that. And I think I could see myself moving back to Minnesota in, like, maybe 3 years.
Oh, dang.
And, like, living
just
there.
Being there?
Yeah.
Well, your parents like it there? Like, they don't mind the cold or anything?
No, they love it. They grew up there, though. They're both from there. So, like, my mom's from even farther north than we are. She grew up, like, almost near Canada. And then my dad was, like, inner city kind of thing. So... like, I think they're so used to it.
They're purebred.
Yeah, they're purebred. They love to go to like Florida or Texas or Arizona for like vacation.
That's like what the cool thing is. Like when you live over there, like you're closer to like those states where there's like a lot more to do. I feel like.
Yeah, in a certain sense, especially during the summers.
Totally.
You know, there's so much to do.
100%. Nice.
Dope.
Well, maybe you'll put me on these fizzies.
Yeah, maybe you start drinking them now.
The next party, I'm gonna be like with a case of them and shit.
Yeah, just black cherry lime.
Are the other flavors better? Is this like your go-to?
There's a what is there? Pineapple mango or pineapple?
Is that one more sweet?
Yeah, that one's sweeter, I think. That one's pretty good. And then there's a strawberry kiwi.
Okay, nice.
And then there's a fourth one, I think, but I'm not sure. This is probably my favorite.
This one's the go-to.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
All right, should we jump into our first game?
Yes, let's do it. What do you have?
So the first game that we're going to play is called Guess This Movie.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a couple hints. Hopefully by like the end of it, like the fifth hint, you kind of know what it is.
Okay. Yeah, one of your other ones, you were doing this, and I knew the movies, and I wanted to scream. I was like, come on. Yeah. Was it Twitches?
No.
Okay. I would have got that wrong.
That one was Motorcrossed. That was last week with Nikki.
And they were twins.
Yeah. And I kind of set her up for failure because I was like, she knows Disney movies. She should be able to get it. And then it was
Did you know she was like a Disney girl
kind
before?
of. Because I had stalked her Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And she had made a comment about, did you ever see the movie, what was it called? The Johnny Capahala one. Where it's like, Johnny Tsunami.
Oh,
it's
yeah. I've never seen it,
Okay,
though.
so he like grows up in Hawaii.
Okay.
And then like he's a big surfer. And then he moves to like Minnesota, I think, or something like that.
Weird.
And then he like starts snowboarding instead.
Oh, got it.
So it's like his transformation.
Do you think if you're good at one of those, you're good at the other?
Kind of. I think they're very similar.
They're similar?
Like you're riding a board.
Yeah.
So like you understand the concept kind of, but.
Totally. Okay. Well, what do you think like I am, like just from looking at my Instagram, like what kind of girl am I?
What kind of girl are you?
Or do you have nothing?
If I'm being like surface level?
Do you remember the first time you met me?
Yes.
I remember the first time. We'll talk about
that later. Okay, that's a great story.
It is a great story.
We're definitely on a roof.
Totally, 100%.
All right, let's start with yours.
Okay.
All right, so here's your first hint. This film is based on a true story.
I love true stories.
That's great. Me too. I do as well.
Okay, keep going.
All right, here's your second one. The original director of the film was fired mid-production. So halfway through the movie, he was fired.
Okay.
All right. Here's your third one. The main love interest in the movie, like the couple, is a real couple off screen as well. So like they're actually dating in real life, or they're married. I'm not totally sure, but they're definitely dating.
Okay, is that it?
No, I got two more for you. All right, here's your fourth hint.
Okay.
The main character has extremely iconic teeth.
Okay, got it. Can I tell you what I think it is?
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's correct.
Did you know that's my favorite movie?
Yeah, so I actually texted Mason before the podcast and I said,
got it.
what are some of Delanie's favorite movies? And it was going to be either this one or American Sniper.
Oh my God, yes. What do you think about those movies? Have you seen them?
Love, yeah. Love Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm a huge Queen fan.
Oh,
American Sniper was good.
I love war movies.
So do I.
Yeah, American Sniper's the shit.
Yeah, that is a good one. Or like Lone Survivor. That one was good.
I've never seen that one.
I think you'd like it. It's like, yeah. It's very cool.
Who plays the main character?
Wahlberg? Is that Mark Wahlberg in Lone Survivor? I think so. I guess I got a laptop. I can look it up.
Am I the first one that got the movie right?
No, but in the last 2 weeks you are.
Oh, nice. Comment down below your thoughts on Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that movie. Obviously, I mean, it's a classic. If you don't like it, you're wrong, but feel free to comment if you don't like it.
I have to like beg Mason like every night. Like, can we watch it? Can we watch it?
Every night? You guys watch that every night?
He like doesn't let me.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm not trying to watch the same movie every night.
Like, we can't repeat any movies. Like, he's so weird. Like, every single night we have to watch something we've never seen before.
What's the delay? Like, how long can you go? So, like, let's say you watch Bohemian Rhapsody tonight. Mm-hmm. How long until you could watch it again where he'd be like, okay, fine, like, we can watch it again?
Oh, my God, like, a year?
Really?
Yeah, and I'm, like, ready to watch it, like, the next day. Yeah. Like, or right after, like, a little repeat, because I can't get enough.
This is so good. Should we just, like, run it back, start it from the beginning?
I've done that before.
Have you really?
Alone. I'm like, oh, we'll play it one more time.
It is a classic. I don't know if I can watch a movie back to back again, though.
You have to really like it.
You have to really like it. I don't know if there's any movies out there that I'm like, yeah, I could watch that like twice in a row. I'd be like, I just saw this. All right, so let's talk about you a little bit.
Okay.
We won't take too long, but I do want to kind of get to know you a little bit from a growing up standpoint. Yeah. Where'd you grow up? Who are your parents? Kind of who are you as a person?
So I'm from Southern California. 2 parents. 2 sisters. I'm right in the middle. One's older, one's younger. We moved towns when I was like finishing middle school. Okay. So I had to start at a completely different high school. Didn't know anybody. It was kind of hard making friends. I took like anyone who gave me like any interest, I was like lashed onto them because I wanted like a friend so bad.
Oh,
but
really?
I ended up becoming friends with this girl who was older. She was like a junior, senior.
Cool.
And she was a terrible influence.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got in so much trouble.
Because of her?
Because of her. We had like classes together, but it was because she was like being held back in classes. I should have known then. Yeah, we were like missing classes, leaving school, ditching, like just so much trouble, not doing our work together that I actually basically failed my freshman year.
Whoa.
And so my parents like were like, no.
Of high school?
Took me out, brought me to like this little Christian school thinking I was gonna get my shit together, which I guess I did. But once I got to that Christian school, like no one liked me there either because I wasn't like super religious. They thought I was so sinful, like this girl from Malibu getting kicked out of her last school who didn't like finish her freshman year.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
We had kids like that in high school too, and it was like it is almost like this natural process of somebody will come from a public school and they'll come into our school. And like I don't know if we were I don't really think we were like mean kids though. Yeah. Nobody would like make fun of them, but there was this connotation that like it's a public school kid, they're probably not like super in depth with their faith or anything like that. 100%. So like they're like the cool kid, but it's like you almost want to dislike them because they're the cool kid.
So literally no one liked me. I had like 2 friends, luckily, that like didn't really care what other people would say, and people would pull them aside and be like, are you sure you want to be friends with her? Like, does she bring out your sinful side? Does she influence you to do anything bad?
What in the heck? It sounds like a cult. This literally sounds like a cult.
My school was like pretty culty. Like I hate to say it, but even the teachers like treated me differently too. Like I would get in trouble for things that like other people were doing, but they wouldn't get in trouble just because they were more like religious than me.
So
like
weird. That's so
we had to wear uniforms, and like they'd always comment on like how mine is like too short, but other girls were way shorter than mine, and they wouldn't get in trouble. But just because they're part of like the worship band, so they're fine.
Yeah, right.
But
I love the background comment. That's so good.
But then like as high school went on, I was getting my shit together. I was focusing more in school, but like as you know, high school went on, like I started growing on people more, but like a lot of people were like too embarrassed to tell other people that they were friends with me. They'd hang out with me like in private. I know, because they like didn't want anyone to like know. So stupid, but
that's hilarious though. Like,
and I thought
how petty.
So petty, and I was like, I became so like angsty, you know, like I would kind of turn into like an angsty teen. Just thought I was so miserable, like at that high school where no one liked me, but I had no idea what it was like to be miserable. Like,
but you don't even know who you are at that point though. So like if other people don't like you, you're like, am I like crappy? Am I not cool? Like am I doing something wrong?
But my parents were always like, no, just be yourself. Like don't lose who you like are. They were super supportive about that. And then luckily I got my stuff together, so then I got accepted to GCU.
Shout out. Slopes up.
But the story's kind of funny. So like my senior year, like I didn't want to go to college necessarily. I thought my calling was to do like beauty school and be like a hairdresser. So I was trying to convince my dad to go to cosmetology school, and he was like, absolutely not. Go to college first, and if you still want to do that, then go to cosmetology school.
That actually does make sense though.
I didn't apply to GCU till like the end of July, and school started like in like the end of August. Yeah. So I got accepted and then I was like, oh, I'm leaving in 3 weeks. Like, this is crazy. So it was like a quick little thing, but I loved my time at GCU. I had such a good time.
Really?
My older sister went to GCU, so like I knew about it.
Okay. And, she went before you.
Went before
all 4
me.
Years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I visited and I knew I liked it. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just go.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the same situation for me. We talked about this last week too.
Yeah,
but, I went to GCU. That was the only school I applied for.
Oh, nice.
So then once I got in, I was like, this is where I want to be. I know that this is where I want to go. And it's affordable.
The campus is so nice.
So nice. And it's even getting better. Like, I don't know if you've been on campus recently.
I've heard. I drive past it and it's like ginormous now.
And it was big when we were there.
It was. Like walking around, holy shit.
I know. Yeah.
Like in the summer, or like when summer would just be ending, like walking to class, like I'd do my makeup and by the time I get to class, it's all like melted off and shit.
I know.
Yeah.
And everybody in the line for whatever Panda Express is just like literally pitting out so hard, like sweating so bad.
So bad.
But like at that point though, everybody's sweating that hard. Nobody cares.
No one cares.
They're like, I'm pitting out too.
So bad. But I really liked it. Like some people I talk to, like now they're like, oh, were you part of a sorority or anything? And I was like, no, I wasn't. And they think that like I didn't maybe have a good college experience because I wasn't part of like Greek life. But
really?
I had like an amazing time. I have crazy stories. Like crazy
same.
drunk stories.
Yeah, I swear. Travis was in a fraternity.
Oh yeah, Trav?
He was an absolute animal.
He is still an animal.
He is.
He's gonna be a frat boy for life.
He actually is. He's my bad influence. He's the one who
is he?
tell me like cut work. Let's go to Chipotle.
Chipotle. Play Warcraft. Warcraft Wednesdays.
Yeah, World of Warcraft. He like tries to get me to stop editing the podcast and like just
he's
come
an
play
animal.
with him.
He's a bird.
He's such a bird. I know.
Yeah, a whole.
He'll be one of the first couple weeks
for
season 2, I'm sure.
For Travis.
Yeah, you will. People want to see you. They love you.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, seriously. You're being selfish.
So selfish. But then once I graduated, I didn't want to go to cosmetology school. So funny.
Really? You just totally switched up?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to do all this work and just go back to cosmetology school.
Right,
plus, like, I started liking marketing, which is what I went to school for.
Oh, true. Yeah. You're in marketing right now.
Yeah.
And you love it?
I love it. I was just doing business, but then I took my first marketing class my freshman year. I was like, oh, I think this is like for me. Like, I had no idea what I was going to do in life till I took that marketing class. And I was like, oh, I think like this is my like
calling, like this is kind of like what I'm good at.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
totally
glad
get
I found that. Yeah.
Isn't that funny how you like go to college and you have like this mindset? You're 18 years old and you're like, this is how my life is going to go exactly. Like, I'm gonna finish out whatever communications degree. I'm gonna get a job here. I'm gonna get married at 22.
Right.
And then you're like 24 and you're like shooting a podcast and you're like, I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. I thought I'd be having kids right now and I can barely like take care of myself. I'm still
seriously.
making like waffles in the microwave. Like
I goes in the microwave.
Yeah. So yeah, shit happens, but it's
Changes
crazy.
up. Anybody out there watching, if you're young, just don't.
And you don't have it figured out.
Don't try to plan it. Honestly, life is gonna hit you different, and
so different.
It's gonna change your.
I thought it'd be
course.
like a millionaire by now.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised that I'm not a millionaire right now.
Broke.
Yeah, I'm like
it's
not
so
wealthy
rude.
at all.
So I don't know. We'll shoot for next year.
Right. Yeah. We'll keep you guys posted. I did want to ask you about a few questions, specific questions, just to kind of get the podcast rolling. The first one is in relation to school still.
Okay.
Do you remember having like a favorite teacher or professor?
Like
anybody who like inspired you to do what you wanted to do later on, or like
and I guess in high school, not college though. Like I had one teacher that was kind of my advocate and saw that like I was getting kind of like mistreated at school, even by the teachers. So she was always my advocate, and even to this day, she like checks in on me. She like wants the best for me so badly.
So cool.
Yeah, she's super cool. And then she like wrote like my college letter, like like a recommendation and stuff. So she that's like the only one. That's
like the best like. If you're going to be a teacher, you actually have to really care about the students.
Oh, 100%.
Because
you'd
be so surprised on how many like teachers and professors have made impacts on kids' lives.
Yes.
And that's literally why you're hired. Like that's what you're supposed to do is make that big impact.
100%. And like even though I wasn't super religious, she like was okay with that, but always like would try to push me into it more and like but
like challenge you.
Yeah, but in like an easy way, not like pressuring me or anything
not
like
preachy.
Everyone else was. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, even to this day, like she still checks in on me and wants the best for me. Like
that's so cool.
I think without her, like I maybe didn't like believe in myself. Like you said, like I was like being hated on in school, like I maybe felt like I wasn't good enough or anything. But with her as my advocate, it felt good. So
she like kind of gave you that reassurance that you needed.
Totally. That's important. So cool. But you're right. Like I could totally feel that she cared about me and still does. So we need more teachers like that.
Right. Exactly. I think the problem with like the education system right now is we have a lot of people coming in and becoming teachers, but they're more focused on like, I got to crush, social studies, or I got to be amazing at science or whatever, which is super important. Obviously, we need education. There's a 100%. Lack in education too. But more importantly than anything, you got a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds who don't know who they are and don't know who they want to become someday.
It's a pivotal time.
Yeah, it really is.
It's crazy.
Like, you need somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Like, do you think if they got paid more, they'd care more?
Yes, I actually do. I'm a huge advocate, and this might be a hot take. I think teachers should get paid more, and I think we should pay police officers more.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you have like a higher quality person taking on that position.
Totally, 100%.
And like we have so many issues in those areas.
Remember when people thought the answer was like paying them less, like defunding the police? That was
genius.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's so smart. I love that idea. All right, here's your next question. All right, let's hear it. Controversy. I love that.
We're going to get canceled.
Have you been following Kim K at all? Have you been watching?
Oh, she's my girl.
Okay, so you watching the Hulu special?
Yeah.
Did you see that her like tape got like exposed to her kid?
So what actually happened was he was playing like Roblox or something. I don't know if that's Roblox. The right name on his iPad, and then a little pop up of like Kim, her crying face, the infamous Kim crying face because it's like ugly, popped up and said like, if you want to see more of her sex tape, like click here.
Oh my god!
But he couldn't read, so he just saw his mom and was like, "Mommy, look." And it's like your picture. And then she was reading it and she goes, oh my gosh, like thank God he can't read.
Right.
So I think she's like in the process of like suing them, but he didn't like actually see it or anything.
That is so sad though. Like
so sad.
I mean, it's sad that it happened. Yeah, we cut out there for a second, guys. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but we're just going to jump right back into
It's definitely not a birdwatching podcast without technical difficulties.
No, yeah. No,
right?
it's just for real. Yeah. And we'll blame that one on Travis because he's my sound guy.
Yeah.
You're good over there? Okay, cool. Yeah. We were talking about Kim K and like that whole situation.
You're right.
We can kind of finish that off. But I was just kind of saying like I feel bad for her in that situation because eventually her kids are going to see that video.
So I went to school. You know who Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee is?
Yeah. Yep.
So they obviously had a sex tape coming out. I went to school with their kids.
Oh really?
In California. In California. Okay. And in middle school, one day they said that he was at one of his friend's house and his friends like tied him down to a chair and like stuck him there and put up his parents' sex tapes, and he had to watch it. Yeah, kids are so evil.
That is evil.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
I know.
I could never even imagine anybody doing that to me.
I know. Can you imagine? Like,
well, I don't want to see that. All right, here's your next question. Have you been tracking the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial at all?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I think that Johnny Depp is innocent.
I think it's so obvious.
So obvious.
Like, why are they still doing the court situation when everybody on TikTok already knows the outcome?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
For real.
And, like, I don't know if you saw, but, like, there's like people are saying that whatever outfit he wears one day, the next day she like copies it.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's like something like master manipulation, like trying to get into his head. Like it's just so clear that she's psychotic. She's psychotic. She looks psychotic too. Like Johnny Depp's my boy. Like I love him.
Shout out Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're watching right now, Johnny, we love you.
Do you think he's gonna win? He has to, right?
I think
worry
so.
About it just because
like seeing the clips on like the lawyers that are going against him, they don't even seem like real lawyers.
I know they
seem like celebrity lawyers. Like the questions they ask, I'm like, what?
Like of course that's Amber Heard's attorney.
Right, exactly. And like, she's a lawyer too, so you think
she is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
So like you think she would actually have like some backing, some really like solid lawyers that would help her. They're almost like comedic in the way that they ask Johnny Depp questions. Totally. They'll ask him the same question 4 times.
He like giggles. He's like,
he's like, why are you asking me this again?
Yeah, so like, stupid. Because that's all they have. They don't really have anything like substantial. So I feel like they're just
doing
whatever,
hoping that they can like drop the charge as low as they can.
Yeah, 100%. But I hope like that after this he wins and like gets more movies, because didn't he lose like movie deals and
he lost
stuff?
All of his contracts.
Yeah, that's so sad. Like she really his livelihood up. I mean, obviously he has a ton of money, but like who could do that to somebody? Like she's evil.
Exactly. Yeah, she's got issues for sure. And obviously like he's had issues too he's had to deal with, but at this point he's like grown up a lot, matured a lot. Like he's kind of figured out his stuff. That like you kind of have to root for him because it seems like he's just in a corner and they're just like trying to beat him down. But
100%.
I think he's gonna get out of it.
I hope so.
Pretty
I think so too, but I just get worried.
I know, right?
But yeah, I'm on Johnny's side. 100%.
Yeah, shout out Johnny. We love you, Johnny.
Free Johnny.
I love you. All right, I do actually have a bird caller. So I got somebody who called in. Wants a
call-in?
Yep. All right, I'm going to play it for you, and then we're going to answer their question.
Nice, let's do it.
I actually haven't even listened to it yet, so could be a good one, could be really bad. All right, here it is.
Hey there, Birdwatchers. It's Ike here. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Nice.
My question for the ladies is, where do you want to eat, and why won't you tell us?
That's actually so good.
Are you saying you don't know where you want to take us?
Yeah,
you're supposed to know.
You should know. You should be able to read my mind.
Minds?
Yeah, what the heck? So what is the answer to that? Where do you want to eat, and why won't you tell us?
Yeah, I know. Where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat?
Right.
Let me think. I've never had a problem. I'm not the kind of girl who like eats smaller portions. Like Mason knows, like I eat like a fat ass because that's what I am. So I can't speak for other girls. I don't know. I've always wondered, but like I'm usually the type where I'm like, no, I want to go here.
Yeah.
Like,
so you usually know before Mason.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's the solution to the entire problem, because I think most guys are like, I just want food. I don't really care where we go, but I feel obligated to ask you, like, should we go to Chili's? Should we go to Applebee's? Whatever.
100%.
And then girls are usually like, you know, like almost like passive aggressive a little bit. If
But
you already
really
know where you
question.
want to eat, we're probably on board.
100%. Yeah, you never have to worry that the guy's gonna say no.
Probably not.
Unless you're Mason Hamilton.
Yeah, Mason.
He says no to like a lot of my like places.
So he's the girl.
Yeah, he's like,
so like, where do you want to eat, and why don't you tell Delanie?
He's like, we can't go to Habit like 7 days a week. I'm like, why?
You are such a creature of habit.
Literally.
You're like, tonight we're gonna eat Habit, and we're gonna watch Bohemian Rhapsody
For like the 5th day in a row.
Yeah, right.
But I've never been like that, so I don't know. But that's a great question. I think girls are maybe like, this could be completely wrong, that they're like insecure about like eating in front of. I don't know.
Or just like indecisive about.
What do you think?
I think it boils down to like just girls. I think sometimes girls just don't know what they want.
Yeah,
but they know that they like don't want something specific.
True.
So when you offer up different options, they're like, I know I don't want that, but I can't tell you like exactly what I want to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Has that happened to you where you've dealt with a girl like that?
I think every guy's dealt with that, to be honest.
But do you think it's like, would you rather a girl be like pretty confident in knowing what she wants to do and stuff, or
yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Is it a turn off when they're kind of like
indecisive?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Sometimes it can be,
but then
I think it's very specific.
Is it a turn off when they're too confident too?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
It can
so
be.
It has to be like a nice.
I think it's the same thing with dudes though. Like
100%.
Confidence can turn into arrogance pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
And then indecisiveness can turn into like.
That's a red flag when they're too confident at first.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Low key. Unless like they're confident in themselves to the point where like they don't need your validation, then you're like, okay, well like you're just a confident individual.
Yeah. So
I think arrogance comes out when they have to prove to other people that they're confident.
100%.
And then you're like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like
we're like, we get it, you have money.
Okay, yeah. Your parents are rich. They could go somewhere nicer than GCU. Yeah, whatever.
Take you to the GCU Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, right. Bougie.
He's like, I have unlimited dining dollars.
Yeah, that was in the last episode. We talked about that a little bit. That was kind of funny.
Good
All right.
shit.
So it is time for our next game. This one's called Business Propositions.
Ooh, okay, let's do it.
So this is how it works. I'm going to read off a couple business prompts to you. You're going to tell me which one makes the most sense to invest some money into.
Okay. Which one, like, will I want to market for, maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So honestly, after this, we're probably going to create a product.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be rich.
We're going to be so rich.
That's why I said next year maybe we'll be millionaires.
I think, I think if I'm not a millionaire by next year, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah, just end it. Just end
like,
my life.
Like, look at me. Like, I'm a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
And it's confidence. It's not arrogance.
True. All right, let's hear them. I want to hear them.
All right, so here's your first one. I want to create an international toddler boxing competition called Don't Put Baby in a Corner.
Genius. I love that idea. Just get their energy all out, too. Yeah.
Just like waddle out there and just start like swinging haymakers and stuff.
They're wearing diapers and
shit.
Literally,
yeah. I think that'd be an amazing idea.
I love that. How do you think of this shit? Are you just laying in bed like writing notes?
Literally, actually. I was just about to say that. I'd say most of my business propositions come from when I'm laying in bed super late at night and I'm like just about to fall asleep. And then something will pop in my head and I'll like wake up and have to write it down. Seriously.
Yeah, you can't forget. I always like ideas come in my head. I'm like, okay, I'll remember tomorrow. And then you don't remember.
You never remember it. So you literally have to write it down or it's gone.
Where did the idea to podcast come? Were you laying in bed?
Yeah, probably. No, I think what it stemmed from was like, I've always known that I want to do something creative.
Yeah.
Like this.
You're
like,
a super creative person.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love being on camera. I love chit-chatting with people. Those are kind of like the two things I excel at. Once I started getting invested in other people's podcasts, I was like, how could I not see myself like doing this as a full-time career, you know, once I get solidified?
Yes, 100%.
So I think that's where it stemmed from.
It.
Thank you. That's dope.
You're natural. Jack's going to be famous.
Stop.
So DM him beforehand,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, DM me now while I'm still, you know, broke and a bachelor.
Because before his head's
in a year when I'm a millionaire and I have 3 girlfriends,
it's going to be over for you.
I'm sorry. Like, there's just no room for you.
Yeah, no. Only
I'll always make time for Brit.
He only has like a week till the next podcast girl.
Right,
then he's
exactly.
moved on to the next girl.
I date quick and I date often. So whoever
Yep, that's Jack for you.
Yeah, what's up guys? Welcome back to Birdwatching Podcast. All right, here's your next one. I would like to create a dating app that tracks your merit score based on in-app interactions. The more positive interactions you have, the higher your merit score.
Okay.
It's called More Guys with Honey.
I love that. How do you you're a genius.
Thank you.
Let's do both.
You're really boosting my confidence right now. I do appreciate that.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Or do I have to pick out of those two?
Here's your third one. I want to create a movie about a man who finds out that high intake levels of sodium makes him unnaturally wise, but slowly turns him mad. It's called The Brining.
I don't know about that one.
That was not it.
You did hear about that frat boy who drank the whole bottle of soy sauce and died.
Did he die?
Yes.
I didn't even hear about this.
Oh, yeah.
He drank a bottle of soy sauce.
Too much sodium is, I don't know if it will make you wise.
Yeah, maybe not wise. Definitely go mad, though.
Yeah, definitely go
or
mad.
Kill
So
you.
Maybe.
I didn't hear about that at all. Where was he from?
I don't remember. It happened a couple years ago.
Oh, my gosh. That's so sad.
It was a huge story. Yeah, I was probably like a freshman in high school. Or college when it happened, so like a long ass time ago.
Like 4 or 5 years ago almost.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, don't expose my age.
Or, sorry about that. We got that
like last
stamp.
year. Yeah.
You're like 2021.
But yeah, isn't that, you never heard about that?
I didn't hear about that. I mean, it makes sense. Like there's so much sodium in soy sauce. But like I could see like Steve will doing something like that.
How did you
not
get
dying.
like that idea? Did you do a little bit too much soy sauce and you felt a little crazy?
Well, it's based on The Shining. Have you ever seen The Shining?
Yeah.
So it's based on that where like he goes crazy in that house.
Yeah.
But I was like the brining, like brining, and that's like
I
when you soak something in sodium.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So out of the 3 options you have, don't put baby in a corner, More Guys with Honey, or The Brining. What are you thinking? What are we going to invest some money into?
First, before I say anything, in the comments, put what you think.
Right now. Comment right now.
And then let me think really fast.
Yeah.
I like the baby idea,
That one's not bad, honestly.
That's catchy. I feel like that'd be super easy to market. We could make parents believe that they need to put their kid in this.
Yeah. We would have to get parental like
consent.
Yeah,
but we could make parents believe that they need this for their kid.
Yeah, like don't you want your kid to be a celebrity someday?
Yeah,
like this is how you do it.
100%.
And then I think what we should do is we should take the toddlers that excel in the boxing tournaments.
Yeah.
And then we should start auditioning them for roles in The Brining.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 in 1.
Oh my gosh.
Kill 2 birds with one stone.
Exactly. I was thinking of another one. It's funny that you just said that. I was trying to come up with an idea for 2 birds, 1 stoned, but I couldn't think of anything that would connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, yeah. Maybe after the episode. We'll leave it in the comments. If we think of anything for 2 birds, 1 stoned, we'll let you know.
Comment down below. Or, yeah.
Comment down below.
Let's get the engagement up on this.
I know, yeah. Yep. Let's get that algorithm going. Come on, guys.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like this video.
Yeah, check us out on our
and
on
subscribe.
our Patreon. You can check us out on our Patreon. Share to your friends. All right. So our next segment, we're actually going to be talking about boyos a little bit. We're going to dive into relationships.
Okay.
So
I think I know a thing or two.
Yeah, do
about
you?
It.
Yeah. About guys. Have you dated anybody?
No.
Shout out Nikki.
Yeah, I've never had a boyfriend before.
Really?
But I'm not a lesbian. So.
You're not a lesbian.
So that's out of the picture. Don't even ask me.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny, actually.
But yeah, I do have a boyfriend of 4 years.
Shout out.
What's Mason Hamilton.
Mason Hamilton. Check him out on Instagram.
Yeah,
go follow him. Yeah. He's hot commodity.
Oh, yeah, he's private.
Are you private?
He's a private person.
We'll probably be talking about him a lot in this episode, I feel like. Or like we already have a little bit.
Because you're buddies with him. Yeah, that's how I know you.
Yeah, that's how we know each other. We probably should have told everybody that at the beginning, but we're connected because of Mason.
Because of Mason, yeah.
Should we talk about the story real quick?
We should totally.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, let's dive into the story, and and then we'll talk about relationship talk.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever, but
all right.
So we met. I was talking to a girl at the time,
and I was friends. I was like her best friend.
Yeah, you guys were tight. And she was super cool. She came over to Mason's house one night because I would always hang out there. And so I invited her over, and you came with.
Yeah, I was like her wing woman.
Yeah, wing woman. And you weren't thinking like, oh, this is where I'm gonna find my man.
No, never. I was just doing her a favor. I honestly didn't even want to go.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. And then I know for a fact that we were sitting on the roof because that's what we would do at the end of the night when the party was over. We would go sit up on the roof, chill out, whatever, hang out, chit chat. So we all decided to do that. Mason decided to come with that night, which he never hung out with me on the roof. Obviously, he thought somebody in the group was cute, and I don't think it was me.
Did you? Oh my God, cute.
So then we sat up on the roof, we chit-chatted all night, and then the funny thing was the next day, 2 of my friends had hit me up about you saying, hey, I think she's kind of cute. Like, what's up? And so then I took that as an opportunity, like, survival of the fittest, battle of the bronze, whatever you want to call it.
Who was it? Let's call them out.
Yeah, it's actually my roommate, Josh Jones. What's up, Josh?
Josh has always had an eye for me.
Yeah, he does. He does look at you kind of funny at poker night.
Yes, but it was the funny part is like, so we went so my friend and him could hang out.
Yeah,
and so
it was about us.
We're on the roof, and me and Mason are just hitting it off so well, and like things are kind of awkward between you and the girl.
Me and her were kind of like, so like, do you like EDM or whatever? And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I don't. I hate EDM actually.
You have like nothing in common.
Yeah, nothing in common.
And me and Mason are just bouncing back and forth, like we really hit it off that night.
You did, yeah. And then that's kind of the start of not only your guys' relationship but our relationship. That's kind of how I started hanging out with you.
So we didn't get each other's snaps or numbers. We were just like so in the moment. Right. And then afterwards, I couldn't remember his name.
Right.
And so I asked. Don't accidentally put that in. But so I'm like, who is this guy? Like, he's tall, he's skinny, wears a hat. He goes, oh, that's my friend Austin.
Oh, whoops.
I know. And I was like, okay. He goes, come over tonight. Austin will be there. Like, bring your friends. Like, we'll just hang out. I'm like, okay. So I go over and Mason's not there. And I'm like, what's going on? But this one guy, Austin, is like giving me the eyes.
Who's
like,
this? Rostein?
Yeah, Rostein.
Oh my gosh, we are exposing people.
He's giving me like the eyes. And I'm like, what the and the like, you're being so weird. Like, go talk to him. I'm like, that's not.
You're like, I don't know who he is.
I'm like, that's not him. And he goes, okay, I don't know who you're talking about.
You know what's funny is Austin was probably in that situation like, I know her.
Right.
I know her.
He's like, oh yeah, she wants me.
Yeah, she wants me. Shout out Austin. If you're watching right now, dude, I love you.
I love Austin too.
Yeah,
we became like good friends. So like, it's not weird or anything. I don't think he'd give a shit if I said that.
Kind of funny. He used to live in this house.
Yeah.
Small world.
I haven't seen him in forever. Yeah. Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's
Are you doing
great.
good, Austin?
Yeah, how are you doing, buddy? Leave a comment below if you're doing good.
Like and subscribe.
For the algorithm.
But so I didn't know who he was, and I didn't see him for the longest time. And everywhere I'd go, I'd look for Mason. Mm-hmm. And then weeks went by, and I was like, whatever. And it's winter break, and then I see him getting notifications on Instagram. Someone's liking a bunch of my pictures, and it was Mason.
That's dope. That's so dope.
And then so I showed him, like, this is who I was talking about, and he goes, okay. I'll give him your snap. Is that okay? I'm like, yes, give him my snap like ASAP. And then ever since then, we haven't stopped talking.
That's
ever
awesome.
Since like,
good for you guys.
Yeah,
4 years in.
Talking every single day, and now I'm like 6 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, and the craziest part is it's Austin's.
It's not even. It's Mason,
not even Mason's.
But he's willing to support. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Drinking. She says, "Yeah, I'm actually 6 months pregnant."
Like, do you have another? Yeah.
Second trimester. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, he likes Vizzy.
Yeah. Right. Baby's
this is crazy.
Come out all busy. But that's how me and you became friends.
Yeah, that's how we connected.
Me and you, I feel like hit it off from the start too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've
from
always been like cool.
We were just dope. Yeah. I mean, we're cool people though.
What did you think about me?
First time. I don't think I really gave you much thought because I was more invested in the girl that I was interested in.
Yeah.
So
I should have gave you a warning, like, about her.
You should let me know. Yeah. If you're watching right now, that's crazy. yeah, like that's insane.
But I always thought you were such a funny guy, like very outgoing, like funny guy.
Oh, thank you.
You always cracked me up.
I appreciate that. And I honestly thought you were funny too. So like,
we're funny people.
Yeah, we just kind of bounced off each other.
And now we're better friends than you and Mason.
Yeah, really though. Me and Delanie do hang out more than me and Mason now.
Yeah.
Because like she's my go-to for the podcast stuff. So
in relationship advice, if you're talking to Jack, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. They if you're talking to me, if you're interested in me at all, she knows your social. Yeah. She knows like mother's maiden name, bank account situation, like 100%. How you're doing. Yeah, 100%. It gets deep. Yeah. We deep dive.
That's our relationship.
Yeah, right. All right, let's dive into some specific relationship talk. The first question for you, what's the biggest red flag during a first impression?
Okay. I think when they're talking about their ex, you're like, what the
yeah, that's
or
tough.
They're too confident, they're talking over you and stuff. Like, that is a huge red flag. That's a big
huge
no.
turnoff.
Yeah.
Because they have to dominate the conversation. And I think you're right. Like, if a girl's talking about her ex, almost like if you're going to tell your homies about a girl, and then you tell them like what the conversation was about, and if there's anything about like, oh, she was talking about her ex, your homies are going to be like, dude,
like why are you talking about your ex? Are you trying to flex that you dated somebody?
Yeah, is that
are
cool?
you not over them?
Yeah,
like
right.
what the there's no reason to talk about your ex.
If you're talking about them, you're not over them.
No,
and
absolutely not.
There's no way
That's
around
why
it.
you can't get a girlfriend. You're always talking about your ex.
I know, right? Exposed, timestamp, cut it out. So your next question, do you remember, was it love at first sight with Mason? I know you were kind of just saying you guys hit it off right away, but like when you saw him, you were like, were you like, oh, I could totally see myself dating this kid like already?
I was so drawn to Mason when I first saw him. That's never happened to me with anybody else.
Really?
Honestly.
What do you think it was about him? Like, is he?
We're just meant to be.
Is he like just like?
That's so stupid. Don't put that in.
Blows. No, was it like his physical appearance? Like you were just super attracted to him, and you're like, if this works out, dope.
I guess a little bit of the physical appearance, but once we started talking and we were hitting it off, that's when like I was like, okay, like I haven't hit it off with the guy like this in a really long time, like if not ever. Like we're really hitting it off.
It wasn't like first sight then; it was more like first conversation.
Okay. Yeah. And I think that's why no matter what, like our relationship's gonna be so strong because it's more than just looks. Like we just have a great bond.
Yeah, you guys are like best friends.
We're besties.
Yeah, which makes it so much easier.
I think that's important.
It's
more
super
than
important.
Looks.
Do you remember who farted in front of who first?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? I would never fart in front of a guy first.
Have you ever done it in front of him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been living together for like 4 years, basically. But
have you ever had like a really bad one where he was like, dude, like that's not cool?
Yes. Yes, now. Oh, my gosh. So when we first started officially dating, like it was summer break and I was in California and he was in Arizona. So it was long distance for a little bit. And then the last couple weeks of summer, he's like, come stay with me at my house. Before you move back into campus. And I was like, okay. I like could not take a shit at the house. Like I would be like, oh, I have to run to Target or CVS and go just take a shit.
No way. Yeah. Dead ass. You'd actually go to like a store.
Yeah. And he's like, do you want me to come? I'm like, no. I just like, I'm just gonna go really fast.
I'm just gonna grab a few things real quick, and then I'm actually also gonna drop off a few things.
Don't like count on me coming back anytime soon.
I'll grab dinner.
Right. So it took me a while, even like after we moved in with each other, like it took me like a couple of months to get like farting in front of him and like going to the bathroom. But he like right off the bat is like, boys are like that. Yeah, like, do you care? Do you? Yeah, he's a sicko.
I love that he's in the room so I can like talk crap in front of his face.
Him, yeah, so he doesn't watch this later and it's like, right. But like, are you comfortable farting like in front of girls?
I would say if I'm like really established in a relationship and like you're to the point where you're past like the looks, it's like that real connection. Yeah, then like farting is almost like funny at that point.
But if she farts, is it funny?
Before I do?
Yeah.
I'd kind of I'd be a little weirded out. Yeah, like before me,
okay.
like before you're gonna fart before I
rude.
fart before.
Don't
like,
how dare you?
Like, how dare you? You stink.
Yeah, you're
not even
sick.
You're not pretty. No.
She goes down to like a 2.
Yeah, it just drops. Break up with her like in the spot
because she farts.
Yeah. No, I would say like for whatever reason, like I think I would want to do it first.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, like I would talk to my dad about it, and he was like my mom has like would never purposely fart in front of him.
Still?
No, yeah.
What?
Like she'll do it, but it's like very like
no way.
Yeah,
conservative. But didn't she give birth in front of him?
Like, yeah, I think so.
And they've been married forever.
I mean, yeah, I think she could let one loose. And
what a lady.
Like, yeah, she's a sweet lady.
Have you heard your mom fart before?
No.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
she's
what's
pristine.
Your, like,
she's pristine. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. She's like a woman. She's like a lady.
She's a lady.
Do you call her mom or do you call her mother?
I call her mother. Mother, did you just toot? I call her mom. I say, what's up,
got
mom?
It. Interesting.
Or
okay,
mama.
do you think that like makes you feel indifferent on like girls farting then because you're like my mom doesn't
probably
do it?
Yeah, no, it actually probably has a huge impact on it because I just grew up like my mom was never like that. So if a girl did like or like even like girls burping, it's like a little weird to me, but it doesn't affect.
Because your mom definitely doesn't burp.
Definitely doesn't do that.
Do you see her like in comfy clothes or is she always like put together?
Comfy clothes, yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah, just like living like growing up in the house and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. But like like you said though, she's just very like ladylike about that kind of stuff.
Cool, good for her.
Yeah, shout out mom.
That I wish I could be like that, but I could never.
Yeah, you're too tooty.
Sorry, Mace. Yeah,
too many tummy issues.
Too many tummy issues. Hot girls have stomach issues.
That's facts, actually.
Yeah.
I now that you said that, I kind of want girls to fart in front of me because then I know, like,
Okay.
She's hot.
Yeah.
All right, here's your next relationship question. Do you ever throw hints about a ring? Because I know some girls do that. They'll be like, "Oh, like when am I gonna get a ring? When am I gonna get a diamond?"
I'm not really like that kind of person. Just one time when like my friends started getting engaged and stuff, like I was looking at rings and I think I sent him a picture. But other than that, like I'm not like that kind of girl.
Are you also not like stressed about getting married right now?
No.
Okay, so that's probably what it is.
There's like no rush to
right.
for us. Like we have a lot of me and Mason like have a lot of plans too that we want to like get done probably before a wedding too.
Right,
like
right.
we know we want to be together forever, right? So there's no like rush. I'm like, is that okay to say? So not anytime soon. We have other plans. Like we want to travel the US,
right?
In like a van and stuff. Do that kind of thing.
That's dope.
So not really. Do I talk about marriage a lot? No. Just kids.
You're
yeah.
ready for kids? Would you say you're more ready for kids than a ring?
Honestly, if like I had to choose like which one first, I'd say kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Have you started creating a list of baby names yet?
Yes. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, sure.
Or do you think are people gonna steal them from me?
Well,
you guys gonna take them from me?
Comment below if you're gonna steal these.
I think one thing I think is super cute is which a lot of people probably don't, but when girls have like boy names. I think that's like so
Ryan.
cute. Yeah. Like I want to have a daughter name her Hudson. I think that's super cute.
Super cute. Yeah.
And I like the name Maddox.
Maddox is a great name.
I think it's
even
unique
for a guy too.
It could be guy or girl. Like I want names that could go both ways. But Mason like tells me names I'm like absolutely not.
No, we're not naming our child that.
No, he's like I feel bad. He's like I've thought about this since I was a kid. I'm like
give me one of them.
Liam. He loves that name.
I do love that name.
You guys have a kid together.
That's a great name. Liam is a cool ass name.
I don't know.
You should name your first child Nevin.
Imagine Nevin Jr.
Nevin Jr.
Nevin is Mason's brother.
Yeah.
It's a unique
I probably
name.
should have prefaced that. But it probably didn't make sense to anybody.
But I also love the name Mason. Like I'm not opposed to having like a son and it being Mason Jr.
Except then he would be Mason Sr. and you might look at him as like a baby or like an old head.
That might be hot.
Oh, I get it. You like tell him he's got to like start dyeing his hair gray.
Yeah, I'm like Silver Fox it
he's
up.
He's like 32. Yeah. That's cool. I think some of my favorite names would be like when I was younger, I really wanted to name a kid James. I thought James was the coolest name ever.
I think that's so cute.
I also
even
have an
for
uncle
a girl.
No? Okay. I was trying to be on board with that one.
Yeah, sorry.
James as a girl it feels like a little too much for me. Maybe.
Too much?
I think if it's going to be a gender neutral name, it has to be like right down
more
the middle.
Softer.
Like Sam, Ryan.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Whatever,
I see.
like those kind of names.
I do love the name James though. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Name.
I have an uncle Jim too, so like I just always kind of grew up around it. I always thought it was cool.
Do all your siblings have J names?
No, my brother's Luke.
Luke, okay.
Yeah.
Bible names or is Jack a biblical name?
John is, and I'm named after like my grandpas. So like they're not gay. My mom's dad is named John, and my dad's dad is named John as well.
Oh, got it.
And they used to call my dad's dad Jack. So that's kind of where it came from. And then Luke comes. It might be biblical. I think they might have named him
because you come from a religious background, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you think you want to instill like religion on your kids?
Not religion necessarily, but like faith. Yeah.
Okay.
Is important.
Is it important to you to like marry a religious girl?
Probably.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, yeah.
Who like shares the same beliefs.
Yeah, exactly. Not like to the extent of like she has to be like this way and this is the only thing I'm gonna marry. But it's more so just like I'm looking for somebody similar to me.
Yeah.
So like
100%.
exactly what I am. You know who I am as a person. I would like to find somebody like very compatible to me.
Totally.
In that sense.
Someone's coming your way.
Yeah.
I feel it. It'll be the girl
Comment
next. It'll be the girl next week.
The comments are gonna be absolutely flooded with like random stuff. That is so funny.
All right, so I have some questions for you, Jack.
You have some questions for me? All right, perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into questions for guys.
Yeah, that girls are maybe too afraid to ask, guys.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get into it. So my first one is, do you care about stretch marks or if their body isn't perfect? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I would say, obviously you can't hate on stretch marks because it's like something that just like comes naturally.
Yeah, okay.
So like, no, especially when it's, I think it changes a lot when you have a baby with somebody and they get stretch marks because of the baby.
Yeah.
It's like, you did that for us.
True.
So, like, are you going to be mad about stretch marks? Like, you're so shallow.
But when you see them, are you, like, turned off by them, or do you not even think twice?
Maybe a little bit. Like, if I'm just starting to talk to a girl and she, like, has stretch marks, maybe a little bit. And it sounds shallow, but it's the same thing with guys, too. Guys who work out and they have, like, stretch marks here, I kind of think it's unattractive, too.
Yeah. It goes both ways.
Not to the point where I wouldn't talk to somebody because they have them.
Oh, okay, got it,
you know
got
what
it,
I mean?
got it. No, so that makes sense. Well, what if they're, like, not super skinny, or if they're a little bit on the chubbier side? Like, does weight matter to you as much as girls probably think?
Weight does matter.
Okay.
For sure. I think it's the same thing with girls being attracted to guys.
Totally,
like, you don't really want a chubby guy. And I think a lot of it probably comes down to, like, subconscious stuff, because it's like, once you see somebody who's chubby, even if it is, like, genetics, which I mean, totally fine, be like, you do you, but I might not be attractive to it just because it shows, like, a side of you're not motivated, you're not willing to, like,
to take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly, a little bit,
totally,
to a certain extent. And it's very subconscious, though.
One thing I do see is, like, girls will get in relationships and then just lose, like, their motivation to take care of themselves.
Though. Guys will do it too. Guys will get married and they'll put on that dad weight, which is like, you're not even pregnant. Like, why are you getting fat?
Yeah, why do you have dad weight?
Yeah.
But, like, so let's say you're dating a girl and, like, after a year she just starts gaining weight. Are you saying anything to her?
Yeah, probably.
Like,
I'll probably be like, but if we're dating for a year, obviously I love her more than just her physical appearance. So it would probably be more like, should we, like, get into the gym? Like, should we talk about maybe eting healthier? Like, if you are gaining,
it doesn't have to be like a downer thing. It doesn't have
to
be like rude.
I wouldn't want to approach it as like, this is like an absolute, like, deal breaker.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would probably be like,
want to influence a healthier lifestyle.
Let's try and get healthy and lose some weight and stuff.
Totally. Okay. Thoughts on kissing on the first date?
Good question. I think if it's, like, vibing, like the way that you had talked about you and Mason, and if you guys would have kissed that night, I don't think, like, if it happens, it happens.
We should have kissed that night.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, you'd have been way more solidified as a couple at this point.
Right.
No, first date kiss, like, it's just all vibes. So, like, if you're totally vibing with them and then you both want to kiss, like, why not kiss?
Totally.
But as a guy, there is always that, like, looming factor of, if you don't totally know, then, like, I'm probably not going to make a move on the first date.
Yeah.
Unless I think that there's something there.
Yeah.
But I've also made moves in situations where, like, I kissed her, and then right after I kissed her, I'm like, oh, she did not want to kiss me.
Yeah, like, that was not the vibe.
No,
that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, which is fine, but then you just stop talking, kind of thing.
Mason, like, would not pull the first. I had to pull the first move for Mason.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of girls on the podcast saying it's almost more attractive when the girl makes the first move.
Is it?
I mean, because then it's like, just be patient. Like, if when it comes, if I'm ready for it, then
it wouldn't freak you out if, like, a girl just.
No, I think it'd be awesome.
Okay.
I think most guys would be like, oh, dope. I don't have to make the first move.
That's good to know.
It is hot.
Brit.
Yeah, for real. It actually is.
Cool. All right. What is the most attractive feature on a girl?
Like, physically.
Do both. Do physically and then, like, maybe personality.
So I'm a really big face guy. So, like, she needs to have a cute face over everything. And then the next one is probably tush. I like a good tush.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tushes are making a appearance. Like, it's all about tushes these
Butts
days.
are in. And then I would say, like, on a personality standpoint, a girl who is confident but not arrogant is super attractive. A girl who's confident in herself and she knows that she doesn't need you. She's, like, independent on her own, but she wants to be with you.
That's important.
So attractive.
Cool,
so attractive.
Cool. Have you ever talked to someone who's, like, pretty insecure?
Yeah.
And it's
it's
hard.
a turn off. It is. It's just kind of like I know that women need that, like, affirmation more than guys probably, or like that reassurance. But, like, if it's a daily thing and you have to continually encourage her that like she's more valuable than she thinks she is.
Needs help.
Yeah, she needs help probably.
Do you think it's like it's like the truth when people say, like, you kind of look for girls like that look like your mom or have same qualities as your mom?
Maybe not. Yeah, qualities. Not what, like, I'm not attractive to girls that look like my mom.
Okay.
I've talked to girls that actually kind of have, like, a similar complex to my mom, and it's almost like, no, you do look too much like my mom.
Yeah, you're like,
I can't do it.
I cannot be kissing my mom.
Right, but character qualities,
Cool.
absolutely. The way that my mom is, like, the way that she treats us, the way that, like, I want, you know, my future wife to treat my kids is very much in line with how my mom raised us.
Cool.
But not physically.
Not physically.
That's too.
I hear
too
that's
Frederick
sometimes a
Nietzsche
thing.
or whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Okay.
What's the psychology guy? Who's the psychology guy? Sigmund Freud. Yep. Cool. I don't need you, sound guy.
You're fired.
Yeah, you're fired. You're not getting
paid
this week.
Go back to your frat house.
Yeah. Go drink natural light with your boys.
Natty light with your boys. So are you looking for, like, a relationship right now? Do you think? Is Jack looking
is Jack
for,
available?
Should we make like a TV show, like a reality TV show, like
Finding Jack?
Yeah, Finding Jack. Girl. Jack finds love.
Jack finds love. I'm actually down. I would say yes, I'm looking for a relationship right now more than I have in the last like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still in the point where it's like I want to focus on myself. I want to still be extremely successful without changing plans because of a girl.
Sometimes that happens with relationships. Like if you were to get in a relationship right now, like how do you think your life would be different?
More limited.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, definitely more limited.
You would need someone who's like cool with you, like interviewing people, like other girls, people you don't know. Yeah,
somebody who's confident though.
Yeah,
secure
not
with themselves.
Insecure.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
totally.
Super
and someone
important.
just as funny as you.
Yeah,
you can't date no boring girls.
Yeah. All right, so our final game, it's called Cute or Cringe.
Okay.
I'm going to read off a couple prompts to you. You're going to tell me either cute, you like it, or cringe, you do not like it.
Got it. Okay.
Easy peasy. So here's your first one. Cute or cringe, short hair on girls.
Like how short are we talking?
So
like pixie cut?
Pretty short, yeah.
That's not really like my vibe, but some girls can really pull it off. The girls that can really pull it off, cute.
Yeah.
Girls who aren't getting it done correctly and maybe don't have the face to have short hair, kind of cringe. I feel bad. But
so like kind of a split. It depends on person to person.
Person to person. What do you think?
Something about girls with short hair is like kind of attractive to me.
Really?
But I don't know if it's like wifey, which is so weird.
Yeah. I don't think it's like when girls do short hair, I don't think it's like do you think it's like a phase, or do you think they're having it for like the rest of their lives?
Potentially.
Unless you're Jada.
Yeah, right. Cadet Kelly. No, I think certain times, more so like in history or like in culturally, short hair has been in, and then more girls do it, so like it's more normalized. But like right now, girls have long hair.
Yeah, like long hair might be more in right now.
It is, I think.
But I could not pull off short hair. That's why I have this long ass weave.
Right. But something about a girl who can pull off short hair is very attractive.
Then you know she's like so beautiful.
Yeah,
like
and
if she
confident.
can pull that off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a model.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Totally.
So I think that's the split. Is like, if she can pull it off, she's very attractive. If she can't, she's very unattractive.
Yeah.
So just being like totally surface level.
Totally. 100%. Yeah. Maybe you should test it out. Like get a wig, like a short hair wig before you can cut it off.
Right. Or cut it off and then wear the wig, and then you can see like how people would react to it. That's good. I like that.
All right. What's next?
Here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I love Saturday Night.
Do you watch it?
I watch Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
I love watching little clips. I don't watch it like religiously, like every time it comes out.
No,
but
not every Saturday.
When I catch like some clips from it, like I think it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kim killed it when she was on it.
She was very funny. And the balance between, it was early on in her and Pete's relationship too, so it was kind of like funny to watch them interact.
What do you think about Kim and Pete?
Part of me thinks it's like a publicity stunt.
You really?
Part of me thinks it's not real.
That's how I thought at first too, but now since watching the new season, like they talk about it like a lot. Yeah, like it's a real
I guess
deal.
It makes sense, but like what a like an absolute like bait and switch though. Like went from Ray J to Kanye West to Pete Davidson. Like how are those?
Do you think Courtney's
alike?
influencing it because she like is talking to, or she's engaged to Travis Barker?
Maybe.
Like now they're like, okay, now we are dating white guys now.
That's part of the reason why I think it's kind of set up, is because I think sometimes the Kardashians will set up situations, especially relationships wise, that like will boost their their image, or like, because that's what they're all about. Like
100%.
They are the most famous family in the country, and they make all of their money being the most famous family.
Yep. 100%.
So like part of me is like, are they doing this just to get a rise out of
more
people?
Publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
publicity.
what do you think they talk about? Like what do they have in common?
I don't know. I have no idea. They're both kind of attractive, I guess. True. Kim's obviously very attractive, but Pete's like,
I feel like she's a lot of woman for Pete to handle.
Yeah, me too. I do too. I think he's very like in his own head sometimes, and she's just very confident. Like she knows what she wants, and he has no idea.
And like she has kids. Like I can't picture Pete Davidson like being around the kids.
Right.
Like so weird.
He's also, again, playing into the idea that like I think it's fabricated, is because what, like, if you are an upcoming celebrity, the best person you can possibly date is a Kardashian.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get so much publicity.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Insane. Like he's probably one of the top trending
each woman he
now.
dates, like he gets boosted.
Bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, he went from Ariana Grande, which is already massive, to Kim K, which is even bigger. Like that's insane.
Crazy. There's no one next. Like there's no one bigger than Kim K.
They have to get married.
Unless it's Oprah.
Yeah. And I can see that.
Pete Davidson and Oprah.
Yeah, I would love that. Actually, that would make more sense to me.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. All right, here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Pet animal Instagrams. When people make Instagrams for their pets.
Cringe.
Cringe.
Yeah, super cringe.
Yeah.
Like, so, especially when they're talking like they're the pet.
Yeah.
Like, your pet doesn't speak.
They don't speak English.
Yeah, like they don't speak English.
So
like,
not to expose you do have a TikTok for Fangs.
Oh yeah, that's Mace.
That's different though.
Yeah.
And it's also funny, and you're not.
Well, also at the same time, like I think TikToks are fine. Like some people are saying they're making like 6 figures from posting their pets on like TikTok. I think it's more like the Instagram account where they're
because you're not making any money. There's no point to it other than like showing off your pet.
100%.
So I agree with you actually. I would say Instagram is cringe.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok can be cute if it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Because you can make a ton of money.
Ton of money.
I'm I should have done that with Fangs more.
Yeah. You still have an opportunity to. It's still big.
He's like old now.
Yeah, he's getting too old.
He's like filed for retirement.
He was more of a child actor.
Child actor. Yeah, totally. Like Shirley Temple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
He's
That's all he was good
too.
for. Yeah, he's
so
burnt
burnt
out.
He worked
He's
so hard.
aging like not very well.
No, he's getting white. Like
he's getting white.
Shout out Fangs if you're watching.
Yeah.
Make sure to comment below if you want us to keep making TikToks of you. All right, let's move on to the next one. Cute or cringe? Playoffs in pro sports.
I don't really know. What do you mean?
Like, do you like to watch playoffs? Like NBA playoffs, football playoffs, like NFL playoffs?
Okay, so like I don't really watch sports.
Okay, so probably cringe.
But like probably cringe because if the more sports that's on, the less time I get to spend with Mason. So.
Oh, I see.
So cringe about, like, and that shit.
So it's more about like what you want to do instead of watching the playoffs.
Yeah.
So like you don't have anything against it specifically, but more just like.
Well, like I want to know your thoughts. Like what?
Well,
what's the deal?
I love sports. Like
yeah.
I mean,
what's your favorite sport?
NBA playoffs, probably.
NBA.
I mean,
okay.
I don't know. Only if my team's in it, I guess.
Who's your team?
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Are they good?
That's a tough question right now. Once this comes out, they had just lost to a team that they blew a 27-point lead and a 22-point lead in the same game.
Oh, no. Are you heartbroken?
Pretty heartbroken, yeah. They play tonight, actually, so I'll be watching it.
Okay.
I like the NBA playoffs if it has a team that my team is in. If I'm just going to watch random teams, NFL playoffs are probably the best.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I'm one of those, like, quirky girls who like
I
watch
love sports.
Yeah,
I like wings and football.
Yeah, I think it's fun going to the games like in person, but I don't think you would ever catch me like watching. Only like the Super Bowl, I guess. Even that's kind of hard for me.
Really? You can't get through it? You're like, this is boring.
I'm like, is it almost over?
What's like the lack of appeal about it? Like you just don't care about the sport or like what's happening in the situation. So it's like, how do I get invested?
I guess like I really don't know what happens in football. So it's just so long too.
It is
like,
long.
I'll watch like a hockey game or soccer game because I grew up playing soccer and like my dad played hockey. So I enjoy watching those, but like you would never catch me like watching that shit.
Like by yourself or anything.
No.
I get that. I think that's more common in guys anyways. Like guys like playoffs.
Well,
guys like.
Would you want to date a girl that likes that kind of
I don't
stuff,
think
or does
that
it not
would
matter?
Okay,
not
at all.
Cool.
If she doesn't, I don't care. If she does, then it's kind of like, oh, cool, you like it too. Like let's watch together. But
yeah.
I can watch playoff sports completely by myself. So if she doesn't want to watch,
what
I don't
if
care.
like her favorite team's like your
arch nemesis, like rival team?
Is it a no? Is it cute or cringe?
That's a little cringe, but it's not a deal breaker.
Okay.
Like,
well, until you guys start fighting about it like every night.
Like, let's say if I married a girl from Wisconsin and she was a huge Green Bay Packer fan, it would be irritating to a certain extent, but it would never be a deal breaker.
Okay. Do you watch golf?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were just talking.
Golf
about
is awesome, and the cool thing about golf, I was just talking to my dad about this. The coolest part about golf is like, there aren't specific teams, so you're rooting for players.
True, yeah.
And like if your player doesn't win, you're not like super butthurt about it.
Okay.
Because like it's just kind of like you're rooting for somebody that you like, but golf is so individualized that it doesn't matter who wins.
Yeah.
So,
true. It's not much of a heartbreak.
Right?
After.
No, not really. Like when the T-Wolves lose, it's just. It's
I am like Mason likes sports, but I'm glad he's not super into it because like when. His team like lost a game, like he would be so upset like the rest of the night, and I'm like, I would not be able to handle this like more often. Like
right, and that's the good thing about football is like you get it once a week, so chances of them like losing and him being upset. NBA is like 3 or 4 games a week. If you're really invested into NBA, you can have somebody who's like pissed off a majority of the week.
Yeah, heck no. Oh no.
All right, here's your. Oh, we got 2 more.
Okay.
Cute or cringe? Baseball pants on guys.
Oh, like they're wearing them
wearing
on a daily basis?
No.
I'm like, that's some shit Travis would do.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you wearing them right now?
Travis would wear some baseball pants. No, guys who play baseball and are wearing baseball pants on the field.
Well, like, what are they supposed to wear if they're not wearing
It's more so just like girls are attracted to guys in baseball pants.
I think guys in uniform like always cute.
So like military guys.
Yeah, any guy in
firefighters,
uniform.
baseball players, tennis players.
I don't think anything bad of it.
So it's not like specifically like baseball pants are cute though.
I think they're better than football pants. Like
really?
Yeah. The football shorts are kind of fruity.
Yeah. I get it because they're like man prees kind of.
Yeah,
like they go up to your knees.
I don't want to see my man in like football.
I don't need to see shin.
No,
we're not that close yet.
Please don't show your knees.
Yeah, yeah, don't like knees. Yeah.
The Red Lobster uniform though, dang.
Oh, I love a Red Lobster uni.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the last one. Cute or cringe? Miley Cyrus.
Oh my gosh, cute.
Cute. Why do you like Miley Cyrus so much?
That's a great question. I think she has like one of the best voice. Her voice is just amazing.
So you love her voice. Did it stem from Hannah Montana?
Yeah, that's when I got to like know her. That was like my introduction. I love her personality. She's just like unapologetically herself. I think she's hilarious.
She's very genuine.
Yeah, she doesn't ever try to be someone she's not. So she's amazing, and I love her style. Like she's just an icon to me.
She is an icon.
Like,
she's awesome.
She's my icon.
She's been so big for so long too, and like she's been through the ringer. Like she's had some issues, but throughout all of it, she has absolutely been true to herself.
Always true to herself,
which
That's
I respect.
Super cool. 100%.
So I would say cute too. I actually like Miley Cyrus.
Do you think she's attractive?
I do think she's attractive. I don't think she's as attractive. You know what's funny is we just talked about short hair on girls.
Yeah.
I don't think she's as attractive with short hair.
Yeah.
I think she's more attractive with long hair, but
me too.
That's a specific situation.
What do you think about like all her tattoos? Would you date a girl that has like a bunch of tattoos?
I would. Again, it's not like a deal breaker, but I don't really like a lot of ink on a girl. And like very surface level, if I'm on Tinder or something like that and a girl's really inked up or has a sleeve, I'm probably swiping left.
Okay, interesting.
Unless I meet her and get to know her and I think she's awesome, then I could consider dating her.
But yeah, first
surface level,
kind of.
Yeah, probably.
What would your parents do if you brought a girl home that was completely tatted?
Yadded up a lot. They would be hesitant.
Same with my parents though. Like, in the past, I dated someone with tattoos and they were like really not sure of it.
I mean, I get it though.
Yeah,
there's like
they were kind of heartbroken.
There's like this, face value of. Like, are they successful? Do they care about stuff? Like, are they just kind of like a bad boy, bad girl? Like, are they going to influence my kid negatively? Kind
Do you think that tattoos are getting like a different rep? Like that maybe they're becoming more normalized, like accepted?
In a business aspect, yes. In a work environment, you can absolutely be tatted up and do a 9-to-5 behind the desk kind of job. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's becoming way more normalized. And dating, I think there's a lot of guys out there who like a girl who's like really tatted up.
Yeah.
But there's also guys like me who are like, I'd rather have a girl who's just like,
because you have no tattoos, right?
I have no tattoos. No.
Yeah.
So I'd probably rather have no tattoos or like tattoos that are easily
minimal.
Yeah, minimal.
Like maybe
or like you can hide them.
Yeah,
totally. Ankles, maybe behind the arm or something like collarbone stuff. But once it gets to like a sleeve, I'm like, I don't know. That's a certain type of girl.
Totally, 100%.
But all right, so that was actually my last cute or cringe for you. So that wraps up the episode. So thanks so much for coming over.
Thanks for having me on your season finale.
Yeah,
what an
season
honor.
finale, guys. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate you here. Hopefully you guys had a good time as well.
Yes.
We'll catch you next season.
Next season.
That's crazy to say.
What do you have in store for next season really fast?
Yeah, so just to let you guys know, season 2 is going to be guys. So we're going to be talking to dudes about girls. So make sure to tune in.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It'll be up next week.
Maybe you'll have Mace on.
Yeah, we'll probably have Mason next week. He's going to come out and just absolutely talk crap about you. That was all a lie. That was totally fabricated.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, shout out. Thanks for coming over, D. I do appreciate it. I had a blast today.
Cheers.
All right, cheers one more last time. Bink. Peace.
Let me take a story really fast.